Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. So what's up, everybody? I just want to thank you all for checking out my studio production video today. And I wanted to take out some time to, thank all of those gamers who are supporting the channel. This is a channel I really do believe that we build together. I really do believe in our voices as gamers. To let you guys know, I'm just no different from you guys, or anybody else. I'm just an avid gamer that loves games, man, and helps me with stress. It helps, it's kind of like, in a lot of ways, it's my pastime, and it's just what I love to do. And the only thing next to that is talking about games. You know what I mean? So the thing is, this is a big deal for me to get support and what I love to do. And I just want to thank you guys for showing your support, dropping really thought out comments. And, that's important because, if we don't do it, no one else is. It's up to us as gamers to build communities, positive communities where we can discuss these things and move together positively. So I just want to thank you guys. I've reached, over 200 gamers, joining the Keep It Real family. And I'm going to be talking about some giveaways I'm going to be doing soon. So I was just letting you guys know about that. So, be looking out for that in the next couple of weeks. And I'll give you guys details on how you guys can get in on that. And I'll also have some rewards to give out to long-term, members of the family that's been with me from the start. So, yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and dig into this. What this video is today is, man, I'm finally getting around to digging into Player Unknown. Man, this is seemingly is a game that's pretty much came out of nowhere and took the PC gaming community by storm. And it has that fanatic and really suspenseful and interesting gameplay that it pretty much never unfolds the same way every time, which is always interesting. And it's one of those games that I think is going to be a huge game for Xbox. Of course, I'm going to link this in the description like always. It's in Eurogamer, where they point out, man, in no uncertain terms that, hey, it surpassed over 1 million current Steam players, man, which is ridiculous. It's stupid. Taking over the #1 spot. It's kind of funny, man, because I remember when you see this in the media, they've been downplaying it like, oh, well, they're number 3. They've been down. Now they're #1. Now what? You know what I mean? And it's kind of funny to me because they only started really downplaying it when they got linked up with Microsoft. All of a sudden, the media is not as friendly with them. I noticed those little changes, when you got Xbox haters in the media, they just can't stand it when Microsoft has a marketing right on a game. They can't wait to try to hate on it in any way, in very subtle ways. You know what I mean? But in any way you want to slice and dice it, it's a feat, because we're talking about a very small developer that has found its way in a #1 spot on current players, and that's mean the game is growing. It's not slowing down. Another thing that signifies that this game is growing is it's already reached over 10 million copies. I mean, that almost just leaves me speechless, and I'm sure it does too. I mean, 10 million. I mean, you gotta think. Those are the type of numbers that makes you rethink. I'm sure for developers and marketing teams, they're looking at this like, what the F? How is this game? How do they do this? I mean, they almost have next to no advertising A lot of this is just word of mouth from other gamers and just gamers just loving the game. And yeah, they have some, obviously Microsoft has blown them up a lot bigger with them announcing with Microsoft and now going to be partnered up with Microsoft. That helped. But you gotta understand that this is, 10 million copies sold. That is astonishing. And along with it being the biggest game on Steam, the most played game right now. And I wanted to go ahead and dig into what exactly does this all mean for Xbox, when it comes to it being on Xbox. And I think, just putting it simply, it's something that, a lot of the haters would try to, damage control and try to marginalize, but it's huge. It's huge because it looks like this relationship with Microsoft is just getting stronger and stronger as time is going on. There was some news out just the other day that apparently, I guess, Bluehole, of course, which is the developers of PlayerUnknown, is partnered up with Rare when it comes to water effects. And you got to understand, when you hear about something like that, then that means, the relationship is growing and it's getting deeper entrenched into Microsoft. And the developers themselves already came out and said in no certain terms, man, that they're partner up with Microsoft because, yeah, basically, yeah, Microsoft they see as the biggest partner that can help them in what they do. They are Windows platform. Gamers do game on that is PC platform, so it was the most obvious choice. And when you see that they're teaming up with Rare, they're teaming up with other studios that works with Microsoft, that tells you right there, that's a coalition right there. So there's a lot of speculation in Reddit if this game is going to be coming to, Sony, or the PS4. Really, honestly, if this game ever comes to PS4, you got to think about this. It's a game that's going to be well established already on the X, and that's where people are just going to know it. Rather, if it ever does come to PS4, it's not going to be as well established as it is on the Xbox. It never will be, because this game would at least be a year exclusive, if not just be a straight up exclusive to Microsoft. I don't really see Bluehole just thinking, yeah, let's just go over to Sony. Like, I just don't really see that, because Sony's not really a PC, it's not going to be as easy for them to be able to develop for. And a Sony market that's not really as PC friendly as, of course, a company that is PC like Microsoft. So, and also with the coalition and relationships that they're building, I just don't see them being like, yeah, let's just go to Sony anytime soon. I just don't really see that happening. And it looks like Microsoft is doing their thing to support this game, and it looks like they're fully invested in themselves. You already got Yurara that really likes Pubg. He's really into it. I don't see them being like letting this game go over to Sony. I just don't see that happening. And if it does, I mean, it won't be no time soon. We're talking about at least a year to 2 year exclusive to Microsoft, if not just permanently exclusive. So especially with the X coming out, I just don't see it going anywhere. I think this game will flourish on the X, and it's going to be very dominant on the X, and I think it's going to be a system seller for the X. So I don't see Microsoft having all of that and Bluehole having the success of that, and then saying, let me just, betray Microsoft, the guys that helped us when we needed it and provided us with an even bigger platform, with the X and with the S, and just go over to Sony. Like, I just don't really see that happening. And if it does, we're talking about at least 1 to 2 years, if not more, if not just permanent. So that's my thoughts on that. I think this is going to be a huge game. It's already a huge game. I mean, that's already established, but I just mean on when it comes over to Xbox. You think about this. You think about once they show, what I believe they were doing is the Xbox version. They're going to have some special promotions on it. That's when they're going to bust out some new content, some, things that wasn't seen before, some new maps. And I think they're going to get really just crazy with this and start having new maps and start adding all types of different new content. This game is going to be a totally different game, on on by the time it comes out for the X. And when I say totally different, I just mean well more even expanded than what it is now. So if you think this game is a great game now that's already sold 10 million copies, once it hits the X, it's going to be even better. So, and I think this is what they're planning for. This is why Microsoft is getting involved. They want to make sure that this is the biggest game ever. And it's kind of funny, man, because for you imagine this, that you know, a lot of Xbox guys in the Xbox community right now is really, you know, kind of feeling like on an exclusive part of it, you know, this has been Xbox worst year. But imagine if Pubg coming out, just that game alone, because, you know, we also got Forza, we also got Cuphead, you know, we also got Super Lucky's Tales. And imagine if Pubg coming out, just that game alone just kills the game on Xbox X. And basically, you know, Xbox X is already a system seller on its own merits, but being paired up with basically, which is looking like the most popular game right now, you know, that on Steam, at least when it comes to the PC, being paired up with that completely sews up a lot of those PC that PC gamer demographic that were thinking about maybe whether they should pull the trigger. This is one of those excellent things that can help them feel like, you know, especially those guys that's on a mid-level or low-level PC, and they're looking at they maybe need to upgrade soon on a graphics card, or, you know, they need to, you know, do this or that on their PC, or change it, or, you know, update it. You know, now they're looking at, well, wow, man, I can just get this right now, the X, and it's going to give me all I'm gonna need for at least 3 years. Yeah, these 3 to 4 years, yeah, I'm good, you know, because the X is so future proof. And, you know, I don't see 4K changing anytime soon. You know, 4K is, the saturation rate is still getting there. I don't think we're at 50% yet. So we got easily a good 3 to 4 years before we even need to worry about a next gen console on the X. And if the PS5 comes out before 3 years, or I mean before 4 years, the X will be able to hold its own just fine. Because I mean 4K will still be a thing. Any new console that comes out within 4 years or 4 years will still be a 4K console. Actually, even within 5 years, it may be a console that has the 8K option, but who's going to have an 8K TV by that time? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know, you're getting a little too ahead of yourself. So even if it's a console that comes out it's going to be more, I would think it would be more important to actually have a console that can handle over 60 frame rate. You know, we're talking into the 120 frame rate, you know, and can do 4K. That is what I see would be what the view of what a next gen would be, and also being able to have all the of course be on ultra settings. Imagine this, have a console that is, and this is what I think the new Xbox is going to be. It's going to be a console that can do 4K, native 4K, 120 FPS, and be ultra settings, you know, and capable of that. I think that's going to be the new benchmarks of the next generation. And that's just my opinion. I mean, you know, I'm not a straight up PC guy, so, but I know enough. I know enough to manage. I know what's up. But I could tell you, and from what I see, that is going to be pretty much the next benchmark. Might be a little lower than 120, but I think 120 is what they're aiming at least when it comes to what is the potential. Obviously, games may play less than that, but that is the potential. You know, because when you get up to rates like that, or capable of meeting up to frame rates like that, I mean, it's like you're playing a movie at that point. I mean, it's just like so realistic. Everything just looks and flows so realistically. The graphics and textures and the movement of everything is just like, it's so buttery smooth. I mean, it's really ridiculous. And then also very high end graphical physics that you see in PCs nowadays when it comes to fire and when it comes to particle effects. When it comes to lighting and shaders and anti-aliases. I mean, stuff that you can only really get on super high-end, high-shooting $2,000, $3,000 rigs. This is the type of stuff that we could be seeing on the next Xbox X, or the next Xbox. So, yeah, man, I don't want to dig too deep off into that, but I just want to give you guys a little view of, some of the future of what we're going to be looking forward to moving forward. But for now, of course, we haven't even gotten to X yet. So, but as you guys can see, I'm mad excited about this game, PUBG. I think it's going to be a huge game for Xbox, and I think it's going to be a system seller. At the end of the day, I think this damn thing is going to sell a crap load of Xbox X's, along with the power narrative and already the best place to play all of your multiplats. It looks like, you think about this, that PUBG is going to be one of those big hitting exclusives that's going to hit Microsoft, and I think it's going to make up for a little bit of this slump that Microsoft has been in regards to exclusives this year, especially with Crackdown. I think PUBG is definitely going to make up for it, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, man, that's my video on that. I want you guys to go ahead and hit me up in the comment box and tell me what you think. You guys make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're not a part of the Keep It Real family, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that bell, man. Show your boy some love. Hit that bell. Make sure you get those notifications. All right, man. Until the next time. This is Jay. I'm always keeping it real, and I'm gone.